A person's wealth is determined by their assets, investments, and things that they own. I say true wealth is about how you live it. Your girl is back. Welcome to season 2 of Wealth Within Reach. That is often complaint that I hear. People who are curious is, I'm not qualified, or they ask me, were you a former teacher? Mm-hmm. Or what curriculum do you use? Yeah, so people are really nervous and feeling like they are not qualified to teach because the system has done a really good job of you have that one teacher in front of the classroom, and you have, the classroom just sitting down listening to that one expert, right? And so they're nervous about the curriculum, they're nervous about all the things, but what parents need to realize is that you know your children more than anyone else.
Absolutely.
You are capable to support your child more than anyone else. And that's powerful.
Absolutely.
That is so much more powerful than just a curriculum or, whatever the other situation is. So that's really important.
I think there's something that is unsettling for a lot of parents is they may not have been as attentive to their children to know.
Yeah.
Because we've relied on school so much, whether it's daycare, we've relied on other people to know our children. Yeah. And this is a reclaiming of, no, this is your baby.
Yes.
You should have a community, a village, a tribe, support around you.
Yeah.
But it's your responsibility to know your kids.
Yes, yes. And it is reclaiming. It very much is. I tell people, school has only been around in the way we know for 100 years. What do you think they did before that? They lived with their families and learned. So this is actually not a new concept.
Absolutely.
It is, we are reframing this concept. And so I love that so much. So going from traditional school to homeschool, and then even within homeschool, we've been through the co-op, we've been through different types of method of homeschooling, and now we're unschooling, which is essentially unschooling is self-directed learning, where we actually begin learning based off of the child's interests. What do you think the biggest benefits have been for you of homeschooling versus traditional schooling previously?
It's so much. All right, so me, I'm an athlete. I'm a baker, I'm a business owner, people say therapist sometimes. But I'm a very versatile person. So to have a versatile schedule, it just literally fits me. Learning.
What do you enjoy more about learning as a homeschooler than traditional school?
So our learning is really different from traditional school. What we do is we travel to different places to learn. So let's say Costa Rica, for instance. We travel to Costa Rica to learn their environment and learn what they do things different from Americans. Yeah. And their tradition. Yeah. And it was really fun learning about that.
One of the biggest difference for you is that with homeschooling, we get to learn a hands-on type of learning where we're learning as we go versus instead of learning about Costa Rica in a book, we're actually going to Costa Rica to learn from the Costa Rican people, the Tico people, about Costa Rica.
Yeah, that's
right.
That was really cool.
Yes. Some of you here may be considering homeschooling. And there's lots of reasons that you may be considering homeschooling. And what a lot of people don't know is that African Americans are the highest group of new homeschoolers in the United States right now. And I think that that's because we realize that, honestly, the American school system is very oppressive to our Black boys, if I could be honest. And being able to cultivate an environment where you can actually expose them to history, to, different types of learning, things that aren't whitewashed, being able to, give them a larger amount of exposure in different subject areas, being able to not put your kids in situations where they're being bullied, and also even supporting mental health, being able to have the autonomy and then the where you can control the environment to support your child is just something that more and more of us are doing. Owning it and living it is my brand. And what I believe in, I believe that it's important to build wealth to provide future financial options, but I also don't subscribe to the hustle culture of, we gotta grind, we gotta do this, and we have to store up all these like riches and material stuff and stuff like that. And then like, it's about that either. Like I believe that ownership actually provides you an opportunity to experience freedom and to be able to, give time to the things that's important to you. Right.
Yeah.
So what does owning and living it mean to you?
I feel like ownership gives you options. So it's the option to live a life that is wealthy for you, like whatever wealth means to you. And it does not have to be material things.
Yeah.
So it's that time ownership and things like that. Now, as a mom, what I love about it is I don't care if my daughter doesn't want to invest in real estate, but the fact that she sees that we did it, like we can do hard things. I'm gonna cry. I was like, it makes me emotional because it's like, I just want her to see that she can do whatever she wants to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what people say, where people say you can or can't do.
Yeah.
You can break down all those barriers. And so I love that we get to, lay that foundation for her.
Yeah.
But I love the life that I've been able to create by being able to leave my 9 to 5 because I've been able to homeschool. And like I was telling you the other day, my daughter and I went to New York on a random Tuesday with all of my retired aunts, and she was creating memories, very fancy memories, with her great aunts in the middle of a week at 11 a.m.
in New York,
and
having high tea.
Having high tea as a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, what a life. And it's crazy because since I left my job in 2019, for all these years, I have not had an alarm clock. I don't use an alarm clock. Like I can just wake up when I want. Well, now I have a 5-year-old. So
that is
for the parents out there, you already know. But you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to turn on my phone's alarm clock unless I'm catching a flight early in the morning. And it really hit me on that bus in New York. Like, I really get to do this. This is like wild, right? Yeah. But I love that my daughter gets to see that she does not have to fit in a box. And I think that's what it means for me now as a mom.
That's good.
Yeah.
That you can show her a different way to build wealth in a different way and how she can allow that to work for her.
Yeah. So it's really special.
One of the things that I remember very vividly when I was in that season is that, yes, I was setting up an Airbnb and it was like 9 p.m., which my kids should have been in bed by then. But my son, he was in his PJs and he saw me and he saw that I was getting ready to leave the house. I was probably putting materials together. And he was like, "Can I come?" And I thought about it, you know.
Well, you're supposed to be in bed because this and this and that.
But because I have this mentality of what homeschool is and what education means, and again, the value systems that we have for our family around training our children into entrepreneurship, it was a yes for me. And I was reflecting on how if my child had to go to school at 8 a.m. or be on the bus that next morning, it would have been a hard no.
Yes, exactly.
But because this was like part of the lesson, it was like, come through, like come with me. So he's loading the snacks and he's arranging things, and he falls asleep on the couch while I finish. But
he's like, okay, that's good, I'm gonna go take a nap.
But he's 5. That was a blessing for me to see that you're learning what it takes to start something from scratch,
and he's gonna remember that.